the Tom's River Show. Pat O'Melia here. I got my coffee. You're a Tom's River resident there. You're enjoying the Tom's River Show every Saturday at 10 and 2 p.m. on Comcast Channel 190. Don't forget, it also plays on YouTube, my live stream network, and on Facebook. So if you miss it, you can watch it again. Or you can watch it over and over. Last week we had Mo Hill on. Good interview, for that matter. I want to start promoting the businesses on Route 37. And I'm going to remind Mo now that I asked for a letter of introduction from him, because not all the businesses on Route 37 know who I am. It is a very difficult business climate right now. Restaurants, 25%. You got some outdoor dining, which is going to change greatly as things get a little cooler outside. Governor Murphy just allowed indoor sports. That may be a prelude to increasing the indoor dining. We would hope so. But everything we can do to help the businesses in Tom's River, we need to do it. So we have a show in production called TR37. It's either going to become a full show or a segment here. Also another segment, TR Wheels, where we're going to promote the various automobile businesses, whether it's big or small, used or new. The idea is to get people to shop, get their cars fixed, that sort of thing. You got Al's Transmission. And you know what it is? AAA on 37 has a repair shop. They're not that bad either. And you're kind of negotiable on the prices. But these are all the things we want to get going forward. So Mayor Mo Hill, I didn't get my introduction letter yet. So please, would you get to that? And today our topics, we're going to talk about the surf club purchase in Ortley Beach. We're going to talk about the political battle you don't see. We're going to talk about bad broadband on the barrier islands, legal weed, and maybe the DMV. We'll be right back.
You know those times when you need to see the doctor, but you just can't get to the doctor? So where do you go? Go to the App Store, download the Telemed app from RWJ Barnabas Health, and you see the doctor right away. From any mobile device, whenever you want, wherever you are.
Quality care, no appointment necessary. The doctor is online when you download the Telemed app.
Don't you feel better already?
RWJ Barnabas Health. Let's be healthy together.
Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, Jersey City. Hudson County's only monument maker, serving all faiths and cemeteries. Design, studio, and large inventory on site. Cemetery inscriptions and custom orders welcome. Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, just south of Secaucus Road. Craftsmanship that will last for all eternity. Burns Brothers, Jersey City, Albert H. Hopper, North Arlington. Visit us on the net. We're back. Tom's River Show. Pat O'Melia here. You there? Timer. My friend, the timer. Me and that timer don't get along well. As I mentioned before, there is a proposal going on for the town of Tom's River to buy the surf club property. Many of you indigenous people here from Tom's River. Are there any indigenous? Most of us are from Jersey City. Well, at least in Tom's River, I can get to Jersey City within I don't need 7 degrees of separation. I can get to Jersey City in 2. But for Tom's River town to purchase the surf club land, big piece of property right on the beach. It was demoed recently. It was damaged from Superstorm Sandy. It's got a parking lot for about 100 some odd cars. Good piece of property. Tom's River purchases the land. The beach stays, free beach. Municipal beach. Forever, hopefully. There are some concerns, which amazes me when I'm reading the story and talking to Tom's River personnel. When you compare it to the beach sale what Seaside Heights did with the Casino Pier people, where they gave up beachfront property so they could build a pier, and Seaside Heights got a parking lot and a carousel. Not exactly a great land deal there, but the only reason the Seaside Heights beach deal made sense for anyone was Mayor Vaz, who wanted attractions. He's trying to recover from the Superstorm Sandy. Anything he could possibly do to get tourism down here, he was in favor of. But if you looked at the transaction, it wasn't a good transaction for the town. But they're building their Carousel Museum. And hopefully that draws some people. But to Mayor Vaz, it's an attraction. Get more people. Vaz has twofold. Tourism to make Seaside Heights hum, and also makes Tom's River hum when people are coming down 37, and restoring Seaside Heights to a 12-month-a-year community. So he's trying to balance both worlds. The surf club land sale, there are problems with the county. There's some people in the county who don't believe the county should get involved. And how is the county involved? Well, Tom's River needs a few extra bucks to pull this off. What you have a purchase price for the surf club of $8.3 million, somewhere around there. Yeah, there's probably some negotiation there. You'll probably get it down to about 8, I guess. But actually, in this market right now with beach, I'd probably sit on 8.3, because I'm sure there's some private developer who would love to have beachfront property. For that matter, I believe there was someone speculating about building condos on that property. But it's ideal for the town to purchase it. And why is it a win-win-win? Let me tell you. First off, out of the $8.3 million, the Green Acres Fund would pitch in like $6.6 million. So you're almost getting this for nothing. But here we go. Tom's River would kick in about $390,000, but you're a little bit short there. So TR needs some more money. And they have some property that they can sell to the county. I think there's a piece of property by the county courthouse, and there's another one, I think, by the library, that Tom's River wants to sell to the county, which will become open space land or some municipal expansion or something, or countywide expansion for the court, or whatever the case is. And using those proceeds to finish the sale to buy the surf club. Now, Freeholder Little was a bit concerned about this, didn't want the county of Ocean to get into the land banking business. It is not unusual for municipalities to sell land to the county, it's been done in Hudson County, or have the county finance property purchases. Not unusual at all. I think in Hudson County, the Union City Hall is owned by the county of Hudson. Somewhere down in the past, somebody had to close a budget hole, and you go to the county, say, we need a few million to plug this hole. What do you say? You buy City Hall, or you buy this piece of land, you buy that piece of land, or you arrange the funding for us to buy something, whatever the case is. It's good to have the county and the municipalities working, and the money is staying basically in-house. The county's giving it to TR. TR is giving it to the family that owns the surf club, and TR gets the land. And it's just a win-win-win for the entire township. So I applaud Mo Hill and the city council and my buddy Joe Picari, who listened to Freeholder a little, but Joe's going to get this pushed through. It is legitimately a win-win-win. Tom's River, and this is in the Ortley Beach section of Tom's River here, they control the beach forever, provided they don't have some deal somewhere down the line where we need money and they turn around and sell that. So once this is done, on that deed, it should be a forever no sale, no lease stipulation there. But I think it's a win-win. I don't care what the freeholders might have to say about it. Just do it. It's for the best of Ortley Beach and Tom's River. We're going to break the commercial. We'll be right back.
Newport, the luxury waterfront community on the Hudson River, offers the quality of life you deserve in 10 high-rise rental towers with amenities such as the on-site Newport Path subway, light rail and ferry service, Newport Town Square, 3 playgrounds, dog run, upscale restaurants, retail giants like Sears, JCPenney, Macy's, and Target. Morton Williams Supermarket is just outside your front door. A health and fitness club, spa, skating rink, and medical facilities are also on site. NewportNJ.com. Enjoy the New York skyline from Newport Town Square. Manhattan is just one path stop away or quick ride through the Holland Tunnel. Nursery and private elementary schools all on site. 12-screen movie theater at the Newport Center Mall. Want to visit Newport? Stay at the Westin or Marriott Hotel. Go to NewportNJ.com for details. Newport has luxurious towers, great restaurants, shopping, New York skyline views, schools, playgrounds, a marina and yacht club, gym, spa, fine wine, fine living. It's incredible. It's you. NewportNJ.com. Newport, live like you want.
I'm back. Pat O'Melia here, Tom's River Show, every Saturday, 10 and 2 p.m. on channel 190 here on Comcast. Gotta have my coffee. Gives me the power to push through. There is a political battle that's going on in Ocean County, in particular in Tom's River here, that you don't see. You see the presidential elections, you see the school board elections, you got the congressional the seats to be filled. You see that. But behind, in what we used to call a smoke-filled room, in the dark, every time I think about smoke-filled rooms and in the dark, there's a guy in Hudson County, Buddy Demolier. We used to call him Smoke. He was behind like every successful campaign. And you'd see Buddy, and he'd say, he'd do his little tweaking he had to do for a campaign, then he would disappear into the background. There's someone very similar, but probably on a larger scale than my old friend Buddy Demolier, and that's George Gilmore. You know George Gilmore. He has been an institution in Ocean County and New Jersey politics for a very long time. And he ran afoul with the law, and it's under appeal right now. So George is out and about. And he's still involved. It's in his blood. He can't help himself. I know there are a lot of people who thought they got the wooden stake, dipped it in holy water, and put it through the heart of George Gilmore. Nah, didn't work. George Gilmore is still out there. And there are people in Ocean County that are upset, especially in the GOP. For that matter, the present chairman of the Ocean County GOP, Mr. Holman, Frank Holman, has kind of told George Gilmore to stop fundraising. George isn't going to stop fundraising. George is going to be a political force in Ocean County as long as he is available to. And he has a long list of relationships and friends and some people who are, smiling at Frank Holman's face and working with George and behind his back there. George is a force here in Ocean County. He's going to continue to be. You're going to see Gilmore in this election that's coming up in November, or whenever we settle it, January, when we finish voting, counting the votes, and whatever legal challenges, and you take it to the bank. We're talking about the Supreme Court justice right now and how she may rule. Listen, every election, I think, on every level is going to the courts one way or another. There are ballot issues left and right. My wife is involved in a ballot issue right now. Everybody is. You're hearing all the story. They're finding it in garbage. Who's getting 3 ballots? Mom's been dead for 10 years. She got a ballot. There's going to be issues left and right. And you watch all the candidates who are affiliated with George Gilmore behind the scenes are going to win. And when that occurs in Ocean County, it's going to give a lot of people reason to pause. They're going to think, we have an issue here. George is still a force. The wooden stake dipped in holy water didn't work. Holman's got an issue that he cannot get past the shadow, and it is a very large looming shadow from George Gilmore over Frank Holman. Frank's a nice guy. He's just not as politically cunning or as politically established as George Gilmore. And what's going to happen here, when those candidates of Mr. Gilmore's wins, the Ocean County and TRGOP and all the council reps who are up for election next year in Toms River are going to have a reason to reconsider leadership. And I think Mr. Holman is on the clock. I don't think anything Frank Holman has done yet politically has worked out. I don't think any of his candidates have worked out. Look at in Toms River with Mo Hill's election. He didn't have the backing of anyone, but he managed to pull it off. But there was that guy with that studio in Seaside Heights that was helping Mo. He managed to pull it off and win the election. So Mo Hill, in his case, he owes no favors to anyone. And the people right now who are, I'll say, loyal to Frank Holman, they see Gilmore's people come across the finish line. There's going to be a lot of questioning going on. And I can almost guarantee you, probably sometime in 2021, there'll probably, I'm not going to say probably, there'll be a change in leadership. Now, Holman's doing everything he can do to hold on. He's got the rope and he's hanging there, but right now he's hanging by one hand. For that matter, he's trying to establish an alliance with the Monmouth County GOP. Very strong GOP out there. And I'm going to tell you, that Monmouth County, nobody said anything, but if the Monmouth County GOP leadership and personnel is going to have a relationship or loyalty to someone, pretty sure it's probably George Gilmore. So that's the political battle that you don't see that's going on, but it will affect you somewhere down the line. All right, you're watching the Tom River Show. We're going to break for commercial. Be right back.
Good Friend Self-Storage in North Bergen, New Jersey is a fully climate-controlled facility equipped with state-of-the-art security, packing supplies, a Refer Friend program, and multiple loading docks convenient for commercial use. Located just off of Route 3 at 4301 Tunnelly Avenue, Route 1 and 9. Call 201-867-2444 or visit us on the web today. Good Friend Self-Storage. Let us be your good friend. Pinto Properties, Jersey City. Shaping the workplace with state-of-the-art office spaces that address your company desires. Building residences that define your home environment, adjacent to all modes of transportation with on-site parking available. The right address, the right lease. Call 201-521-9000 or visit online at panapintoproperties.com. Panapinto Properties, building Jersey City for everyone.
I'm back like a bad penny. Bad broadband service on the Barrier Islands, Audley Beach, Seaside Heights, Lavalette, Seaside Park. I'm on the committee that was formed by Mayor Boz here in Seaside Heights to see what we can do to improve the broadband service. On the Barrier Islands, you have Optimum. They got the franchise here. They're the only supplier of broadband. Now, you could probably get Usenet, but it's just not quick enough. We're in a world of wireless and Bluetooth. This is how we now operate. Everything is wireless or Bluetooth now. On the Barrier Islands, the service here is awful. And I'm being polite when I say awful. Deplorable is probably a better word. And we just had a council meeting in Tom Red, Seaside Heights, where Marilyn Davis, the governmental rep for Optimum, attended the meeting via Zoom. And she was just beaten up by me in particular, another gentleman, Chris, who's on the committee, and Penny Grayson, the councilwoman, is also on the committee. There were very few answers coming out of Optimum. And I'm going to tell you, there are no answers coming out of Optimum. Their infrastructure is archaic here on the Barrier Islands. They can't boost up download speeds. For that matter, Mike, if you would be so kind, I've been testing the download speed. You'll see this little red dial. Pay attention to the upload and download. Now, in the studio, we're dependent on upload speeds because we send all our shows out, whether it's through YouTube, Facebook, live stream, or Comcast, through the internet, called FTP, File Transfer Protocol. And it's all dependent on upload. There are times there's actually zero upload speed. I think you'll see on the gauge, the dials there was like 0.2 or 0.4. There are times when we're broadcasting here that it's almost non-existent. Now, I pay $211 a month for broadband in the studio. And that is like, I might as well just take a match to my money. It is terrible. And you're seeing, and we're not, blowing smoke here. You see the actual numbers. These are all various times. And I can spot it immediately. Now, when Mike's doing the broadcast, our devices here will show the broadband speed, and not good. At home, well, actually, my daughter's home, when the security cameras go off, and your Arlo and your rings are dependent upon your upload, when her cameras go off at the house, you get a notice. And that's when you can do an upload check. And that's where you get the terrible numbers that you see there. The future for the Barrier Islands is Verizon. Now, I have another studio in North Bergen, New Jersey. Jersey City guy. It was too expensive to have the studio anymore in Jersey City, so we moved down the hill into North Bergen. We have Verizon there. Now, I pay about $160 a month for phone and broadband to Verizon, and I get upload speeds of about 560 megabytes per second, where here in the Seaside studio, I'm paying for 50. We don't even come close to 50. No, it's not happening. On a good day, we may get at 25, maybe 30. They don't have the infrastructure to do a 500. And if they did, because of their infrastructure, it would probably cost you $700 a month because they would be overtaxing their system. And that's why they throttle back so often. It is so overused. Now, on the Barrier Islands, Fios Broadband is here. It's on Grant Avenue in Seaside Heights. I think it's on 10th Street in Seaside Park. But Verizon never built it out. And when Verizon got the franchise for cable throughout the state, at one time, Jersey City, we had Comcast cable. And they would negotiate a contract with Comcast Cable. They would get some perks. Once the state gave a statewide franchise to Verizon, those perks were gone. Comcast or Cablevision weren't the only game in town. And Verizon was supposed to build out their system all through the state. Never happened. We need to get Verizon to build out their Fios. It's here, just a matter of building it out. And I can tell you what the problem is. On the Barrier Islands, it's a seasonal situation. There's population here 5 months out of the year. Lavalette's a little different. I think Seaside Park's Ortley's a little different, but Seaside Heights and Seaside Park for a lot is all seasonal. That's why Verizon didn't build it out, because there's only maybe revenue for 4 or 5 months out of the year. That's why Vaz's dream of 12-month community is a reality that needs to come to pass. And Fios is here already. For now, with remote learning and businesses moving into Seaside Heights or the Barrier Island, it is dependent on having good broadband service. It is part of our life now. And no matter what Optimum does, we're going to have to go with Verizon. That's the future. All right, we're going to break for commercial. You're watching the Tom Rivers Show. We'll be right back.
You know those times when you need to see the doctor, but you just can't get to the doctor? So where do you go? Go to the App Store, download the TeleMed app from RWJ Barnabas Health, and you see the doctor right away. From any mobile device, whenever you want, wherever you are.
Quality care, no appointment necessary. The doctor is online when you download the TeleMed app.
Don't you feel better already?
RWJ Barnabas Health.
Consumer Carpets, 3408 Kennedy Boulevard in the Jersey City Heights, your one-stop store for residential and commercial floor treatments, carpeting, linoleum, tiles, laminates, hardwood floors, area rugs, remnants, all major brands, all in stock. Free estimates, same-day installation. Consumer Carpets, it's savings, selection, installation. Credit cards and debit cards accepted. Financing available. Consumer Carpets, price to fit your budget, installation to fit your schedule. On the net at consumercarpets.com. Consumer Carpets, Jersey City, 201-792-2712. The Jersey City Medical Center. You know it for its award-winning, life-saving ambulance service. It's also your health hub, with health and wellness locations staffed with certified professionals all through Hudson County. The Jersey City Medical Center, here to help you with your healthy, here when you need us the most. The Jersey City Medical Center. Visit us on the net to learn more. Jersey City Medical Center, Robert Wood Johnson, Barnabas Health Facility. Let's be healthy together. I'm back. Pat O'Melia here, Tom Rivers Show there. You're a concerned resident. Hopefully we are informing you and entertaining you. If we're not, maybe you smoke a little weed. That's on one of the questions on your ballot, legal weed. I think in New Jersey, the legal weed question is going to be yes. I think most people will vote for it. A lot of the towns in New Jersey are banning the retail sale of marijuana in New Jersey, and it makes no sense to do that. People are going to be smoking pot in your town. And Seaside Heights here, they voted against it. The county of Ocean has done a resolution against the legalization of marijuana, not medical, the recreational, that's what it's called. I'm probably going to vote against it, but my reasoning is the money coming through the legal weed sales isn't dedicated to anything in particular. I would like to see that dedicated solely to property tax relief. And it's only going to get worse in Jersey. But you see no commitment. What's the commitment to that money? This goes to the general fund. The property owners in New Jersey got to get a break somewhere along the line. It has to happen somewhere along the line. And this would be a good source of revenue to lower that. We've turned around and used a lottery that was for school and seniors now to bring down the pension debt, which is humongous. But as only Jersey can manage to lose money now on the lottery. The lottery sales are not as what they were. We're not getting the same amount of money as before. But this is a Christie deal where he licensed it or leased it to a company for 10 years. That was probably one of the biggest mistakes. There was the state's ATM. Should have kept that, but we didn't do that. The towns that are banning the sale of weed retail, you're losing out on money. People are going to smoking that product in your town, on the porch of your city hall or wherever. They're going to be outside in the restaurants or the bars or on the sidewalk. They will be smoking that. You, by banning the retail, won't be getting any money for it. You'll be getting all the problems that allegedly will be associated with it, but none of the benefit. So for Seaside Heights and Tom's River is still sitting on the fence on that. In Ocean County, if we're going to legalize it, you might as well make money from it because they're going to have that in your community. So I am saying to these towns, I think it's going to pass. I'm going to probably vote no. And there's a big push right now, big marketing push, saying that we can't approve this yet until we know how we can detect it and what it's like to drive under the influence. It's not like pot's new. It's been around a long time. I'm going to vote no on it because we didn't dedicate where the tax revenue is going. And I would have liked to seen that go to property tax relief. And one other problem, the New Jersey Motor Vehicle Commission. 7 of the Senators are closed today. Wait lines are for days. We need to put everything online, especially now. Everything needs to be online. I could take a picture of a check and deposit it in my bank. My wife didn't get her ballot. You know how we handled the ballot situation? They sent an email to me. I printed out the ballot. My wife signed it. I scanned it, and I emailed it back. My wife, and that was on a Friday. The following Tuesday, after Columbus Day, my wife had a ballot. So they did it that quick. One of the most important things, as we keep saying, your vote is super important. You have to vote. I can do that through the email. Affidavit signed. Nobody's witnessing it, by the way. Signed, email, and I get the ballot. I can cash a check from my phone, but I can't register my car. Why do I have to keep registering the same car every year anyway? And another problem, and I'll get with this probably next week, a lot of people received a notification from the Motor Vehicle Commission. They got a senior discount misapplied, and you owe the Motor Vehicle Commission $7 on one of them. But I didn't get the discount. I paid $75 plus $2 fee, and they sent me a letter saying you owe us $7. They didn't send back the $68 they allegedly paid, but I didn't. I paid $75. But that's happening a lot. I heard it on Bill Spadia's show. A lot of people calling in with the same problem. I haven't heard a solution. The solution in the notification was go to the center. Yeah, that's almost like saying go to hell if you're going to that center. That's ridiculous what's going on. Everything needs to be online. I'm out of time. I'm out of show. You be good. You be safe. I'll talk to you next week. Good night.